Hello, Richard. Good morning.
Good morning, Imran.
So I would like to ask you a few questions about your, this trip experience. So, where are you from originally?
I'm an American, originally from the United States, but I've been living in Malaysia for 27 years. So I guess I'm honorary Malaysian at this point.
Right. So I hope you have been in a different country and you love nature as well. So tell us something about your experience in Pakistan, especially in the mountain area. So how were you feeling? How was your experience?
Yeah.
And tell us something about that.
Well, as far as the mountains are unbelievable here. I've spent some time in Nepal, and I went on one trek for 19 days through the Himalayas in Nepal. And this is as spectacular or even more spectacular than the Himalayas in Nepal. This is absolutely magical. And I love the outdoors, as you mentioned, and I love to go hiking and camping and even snow camping. And so there's plenty of opportunities for all of that here. And even if you don't want to go hiking, just being able to sit someplace and look at the mountains, that's wonderful too.
So I want you to describe a bit the difference between culture and Lahore. We started with Lahore, so we gave you a bit time in Lahore to see the cultural activities and Mughal monuments especially. And how you differentiate between Hunza and cultural city in Lahore.
That's an interesting question, because I think any large city anywhere in the world is going to be very busy, very commercial. People have to work very hard to make a living, and so people are rushing here and rushing there, and culturally it's very rich with all of the mosques and other monuments that are there, and it's very interesting to see what the daily life is like as people go to and fro carrying out the activities of their daily life. So Lahore and Islamabad were very interesting. However, my preference is to be in the mountains. And so we got a little bit of both. For the people that like cities and all that activity, we got that. And now Imran, you brought us here. And this is, to my taste, this is even more special.
So tell us something about the Jeep ride we had yesterday. It was amazing and you loved so much. So I think it was a great experience for you guys also.
It was a great experience, not always because of what we expected, but the way it turned out. The Jeep ride is about an hour and a half from the main highway, coming switchbacks all the way up the side of the mountain to currently we're at about 3,200 meters, which is about 10,500 feet for you people using that system. And the Jeep ride was bumpy and twisty, and you're driving right alongside a precipice that drops off for thousands of feet to the valley below. They say they haven't lost any Jeeps on the way up, and we didn't want to be.
You must have to say one about the driver expertise. They are quite expert because the track is quite zigzag. It's not that straight.
No, the drivers are very good. They have to be, because they do that every day, I expect. So they know the road, they know the twists and the turns. And one of the things about that road is that it is not a government-maintained road, it's maintained by the community. And in these mountains, there are always landslides and boulders coming down the mountain that have to be cleared off of the road. And that's all done by the community, so that's very special, really.
Okay,
All right, so let's talk about the last question. Tell us something about the beauty which is right in front of us right now, about Nanga Parbat and about this area.
Well, Nanga Parbat is a beautiful mountain. From where I was sleeping last night, when I woke up this morning, Nanga Parbat was all in shadow, and gradually the sun rose and lit up the entire face of the mountain. And as the sun rose, the mountain became more and more brilliant from the snow. And all I could do was just lie there and just be amazed by the spectacle.
So one more question, actually, the people who live in Europe and they watch all the media and all the stuff, actually. So would you have any message for those kind of people? You've been here so far, so how was your experience as much as security concern,
Yeah, I have to be honest with you. When I told people that I was coming to Pakistan, they said, "Oh, that's dangerous. Why do you go to Pakistan?" It is not dangerous. There has been no problem. There have been no reports of any problems, and we have felt completely safe. And so that is not a problem. You shouldn't let that stand in your way of coming to visit this beautiful country, wonderful people, good food. There's nothing that should keep you away.
So thank you very much, and I hope once you get back you tell other people and they would come to see the nature again.
I hope so too.